Is the name of that one, right? I don't know. Y'all want me to zoom in on it? There we go. Topic podcast. Now, right? Streamerverse, everybody. Streamerverse, and yes, the streamer in question today, ladies and gentlemen, is our beloved brother, man, KLLNG. So this streamer right here's friends are destroying his career. You know what I mean? According to my boy Hello Yasin Extras. If y'all care, if y'all know, if y'all tapped in, go ahead, check it. Because you already know I'm not finna tap into the whole video. You know how I work. Y'all know how I work, ladies and gentlemen. I don't tap into the whole video. If you care about that kind of aspect to things, go tap into Hello Yasin Extras. We only here to break down, you know, my POV. You know what I'm saying? The things that we here to learn, here to break down, here to engage about. If you are interested in Hello Yasin's specific POV, you can go tap in with him. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore I'm not gonna react to the whole thing, because what's the point of replicating his whole thing, right? What's the point? Think about it. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? So yo, his friends, apparently the streamer's friends are destroying his streamer career. Now I know everybody has, I mean, first of all, everybody has had friends. That's if you, at least if you like social to a certain level, a certain degree, right? You've had friends. So now, you know, and you might have, you know, friends in a certain aspect of your life where you know that these kind of friends right here, yes, they cool. Yes, they, you know, they're W-mans and everything, right? Yeah, all that. They cool. W-mans. What else? They look out. Yeah, they look out. You know what I'm saying? What else? W wingman. Yeah, I know a whole lot of y'all need a whole bunch of y'all need wingman in your life, bro. Let's just like admit it. You know what I'm saying? You can't do shit by yourself now. You know what I mean? So you need those friends that are gonna like just pull you up when you fall short in those kind of, you know, areas. But it's like, yo, there might be a side to those kind of friends that you categorize on that cool factor like that. They might just be the ones that you can actually not trust 100%, especially when it comes to things like business, things like, you know what I'm saying, developing a beneficial reputation for yourself, right? What am I talking about? Now, this streamer right here, right, KLLNG, you feel me, has been going through a similar thing with his friends, where it's like, yo, these friends, dope energies, right, beneficial things that we've been through, I've been putting them on, they cool, everything like that, they good peoples to me, but there's just certain sides to all of these guys. Yo, all of these guys have this side that's like just a brand risk to Kai for some or other reason, right? Let's jump into it. What am I talking about? Let's jump into it. Okay.
Switch up on all of his day one. That might soon have to switch up on all of his day one.
All of them?
To protect his career.
Damn.
In the span of just 1 week, 3 of his friends had their own separate controversies. At the Streamer Awards, Dez allegedly said this about FanFan, one of the hosts.
I walk in the bathroom, I hear somebody come in and go, yo, Deb, man, Deb, toss him. Well, I'll fucking knock her teeth out. How's she gonna suck with no teeth?
Okay, no, I don't mean to laugh at that as in like a joke. You know why I just gave that little giggle right there? I don't know if y'all caught it. I don't think this mic is powerful enough to catch that. Fuck, but I came out with it anyway. I mentioned it anyway. Like, what's funny about this is the fact that I was thinking like, yo, put it down in the comment section who y'all think the most intense crash out is, right? The most intense crash out of all of Kai's friends, right? I always was thinking, especially with the situation right here, Dez, you know what I mean? Dez was the guy for that, like, for me. But you know what I'm saying? Until I saw no, Tylil. My bad. Let me go back on that. I made a mistake.
I had to go back on it.
For me, Tylil, I thought Tylil had the one. Until I saw the clip where Dez was responding to this, right? This specific clip right here of this white man. Dez was responding to that, and how he did that shit was like so crazy. I've always thought Dez was a big ass crash out. Facts. I always thought Dez was that kind of guy, but yo, like right here, the reply that he gave to this, like it really took it to a whole nother level for me, bro. If you know, you know. I don't think Yasin is gonna play that right here, but if he does, he does.
But also surfaced about something Tylil.
Oh yeah, Tylil too. Tylil too. If you know, you know.
I'm literally like so disappointed in people because I think people are good people, and I always give people the benefit of the doubt. And they're evil.
Yeah, bro. When it comes to this girl right here, this Jordan Pauline, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Do your homework. If you know, you know. Like, yo, you know, I've been like and I feel like it's a whole lot of people within even the content creation, let alone the streaming community, but content creation communities, as people are breaking this down, and you know, her online videos about like what transpired and this, that, and the third, and then just like she gives like the details. And now when she just, you know, there's something about, you know, how she mentally just visualizes this whole thing, and how we can see how she feels about this whole thing, because I feel like she's weaponizing, you know, sexual victimhood. You know, like she's weaponizing this shit. Like, that's what it's giving. Let me go ahead and put allegedly to that shit, right? Because, you know, how do you now tell us that how do you try and come out and expose this sexual degenerate behavior that's been going on coming from Tylil, but then at the same time rate these niggas, right? You rate it's because I don't like him. That's all it was giving. She doesn't like Tylil. It's all because, well, she doesn't like the fact that Tylil has a girl. You know what I'm saying? That was the reason. You know what I'm saying? If Tylil didn't have a girl, but then the same events happened, nobody would have known about this. You know what I'm saying? So it's only to the convenience of her liking you, you know, will you be free of such accusations with her. It's crazy, dog. It's crazy. So, you know what I mean? I refrained kind of from being fast to replying or to giving a POV, you know, a reaction video about it, because I just wanted everything to unfold, bro. And as everything is unfolding right now, it's like, yo, nah. You know, she was out of pocket a little bit. You know what I mean? But the accusations are the accusations, and, you know, SA is SA at the end of the day, and the man will always get the worst end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? Because it always is guilty until proven innocent with the man, for some reason.
I also said this about the stream.
Oh, Raka, here's another crasher. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, this nigga's friends, man. You start consolidating and collecting all this nigga's friends, and you can see why like this nigga's friends are of brand risk to this boy, man.
Founder Cutie Cinderella.
Damn.
You wanna know what I was gonna say? I'll say, listen, what's the coolest you ever saw? The fuck on?
Of course. Of course.
As I'll get into, there are two sides to all of these stories.
What's the other?
You'll see that whatever the case, Kai's friends are moving in ways which allow these controversies.
I'm not gonna lie though. I know, like, we're covering degeneracy on this channel, right? And at the moment, it's like Kai's friends' degeneracies, and those degeneracies putting risk to his brand, right? But I'm not gonna lie, yo, let's you know, let's give it up for Punga, man. Yo, let's give it up for Punga, dog. Punga's one friend, bro. Yeah. No, let's give it up for Punga. You know what I'm saying? Punga's the one guy where it's like, yo, I ain't heard nothing crazy from Punga in terms of just, like, you know, the crazy things that we've been hearing Kai's other friends being accused of or being involved in, engaging with, in terms of, you know, degeneracies, bro. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Shit, I think my mic is clipping. Why y'all not letting me know in the comments, bro? 1212. Let me know down in the comments. And while you're at it, please leave that like and subscribe. Please. You know what I'm saying? Please. Kindly. Respectfully. Right? But anyway, yeah, man, give it up for Punga, dog. Who else, man? Reggie has been a little behaved as of late. I don't know. He's a little, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's had his, and also Ray has been, you know, on the fence of being bad boy and, you know, staying down, but, you know, it is what it is. But PG, bro, come on, bro. PG, man.
And the best example is the now infamous bathroom incident at the Streamer Awards.
Yo. The bathroom incident.
All began when Fan decided to roast Kai Cenat.
This year, as everyone knows, you broke the record for the most expensive haircut and the least educational university. So, congratulations to.
Here's one other thing. This is Fan, right? Fan, right? Hold on. Let me just. Okay, My bad. I had to clear my throat there. Pause. Shit. No. I had to just, you know what I'm saying? Because I just want to articulate some shit clearly, right? So I don't understand what that meant. The least educational university, because I don't know. You see, the whole poison about this whole education system, right, is the fact that you needed to have that traditional piece of paper or that degree or advanced diploma and whatever it meant for you to be considered a respectably educated person, right? Like your education is respectable to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? So why don't you think to yourself, the people that learn to do what these people that went to streamer university, it doesn't have to be full formal education or blah blah blah. A nigga, especially nowadays, people can learn through online content and shit like that. A whole bunch of people can get, know how to do a whole bunch of things through YouTube tutorials, through whatever, people that they see through live streams and things like that. You don't think that that's learning? You don't think that that's education? You know what I'm saying? Because I would even argue that's better education, in that you get something authentic, because whoever you're watching on these screens do these things, aka teach you these things. Because the more you watch, I don't give a fuck what it is. It could be you watching somebody like do a gym routine, the gym routine workouts. You don't think you being into that, tapping into that interest enough for you to now repeat that habit? Like, you apply these things, you watching somebody, it's a benefit for you, you start gymming. You don't think you learned that from that content creator, right? So I'm only making that example to be like, yo, these was a bunch of content creators all in one space, where number one, they can learn from each other as creators. Oh shit, that person does this to enhance his or her live or IRL stream experience. Oh shit, I'm gonna do that same thing. Boom, I learned as a creator. I just learned something new. Hello, you know what I'm saying? And this is one example of a plethora of things that creators can learn from one another. But not only that, the viewers watching this whole experience can learn from this shit. What are we doing? You get viewers who are aspiring content creators or whatever the fuck, or content or viewers who are viewing these people who are already creators, and they can like have ideas. It's a space where people can all come in one spot and kick these ideas and blah blah blah. Oh shit, I can do the same thing, aka I can start collaborating, bring people under one space, and we can start bringing out this content and also grow, like how this streamer has grown. Like, what are we doing? We learning, bruh. Okay, let me calm down before I really get pissed. Let me calm down. I hope y'all understand what I'm talking about, right? So I don't get why you say the least educational. Maybe the whole educational thing now, this is clarification that you can divorce or you can separate education from learning, right? What the fuck? Like, then in that case, then it's L education. All we care about is learning, right? Learning is valuable. Education is that qualification that you need for people to validate you as educated, right? So screw all that, man. Streamer University 2026, nigga. I'm looking forward to every moment. Facts, because I'm learning a lot. I'm learning. Facts.
I don't like that shit. Also,
what else?
Congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent.
Yeah, this one was distasteful as well. I'm not gonna lie.
That was you, right?
This joke just didn't really hit, and Ty Lil was quick to defend Kai.
And this, look, man, Ty Lil here, bro. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and give you this sound effect right here, buddy. Man, you deserve it, dog. Yo, my fault. It takes me a little bit longer to get to my sound effects. It's not a sound. What is it? It's not what is it? It's not a sound deck. My fault. It's hotkeys on my desktop thing. I had to attach the whole thing, so it takes me a bit long to get to them. But yo, I had to do. Let me do it again, man. W Ty Lil. I'm not gonna lie, because at this point, how do you expect me not to, defend my friend, especially, attaching the joke to not Diddy himself, but the documentary, of which the documentary highlights the worst degeneracies you could think of. You know what I'm saying? So who would be proud listening to their friends being attached to such degeneracies, right? So, for me, I understood this fully.
If you all gonna be on the mic, now turn this mic, now turn it on.
Make it funny.
If you're on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
I feel it. Look at that man Reggie in the background like, yeah, nigga, say that, nigga. Hell yes.
At least let it be funny.
Facts.
I thought it was.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That's it.
Here.
But when the awards went to an intermission, the finance streamer, the stock guy, overheard Kai's friend saying some pretty shocking things in the bathroom.
Oh, true story. I don't know if I should tell you this or not. So I'm in the middle, right? And I see them down there, and I hear the guy take the mic about, if you're gonna tell a joke, at least make it funny. I didn't really get the joke or whatever.
Okay,
and
you wouldn't, obviously. And
then we went to an intermission. I go down, I go down to the bathroom. As I walk in the bathroom, I hear somebody come in and go, "Yo, Deb, man, Deb, toss that. Well, I'll knock her teeth out. How's she gonna with no teeth?"
That's bad, brother. What? No.
Man, Deb, look, she thinks
that's crazy.
And I was like, oh my God.
Who says that?
And then he started saying some shit about, I don't want to repeat it, about some things that are assault-wise that he's going to do. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, this guy really, I thought it was a bit. And this dude's in the bathroom talking about he's going to straight up beat the shit out of her and do some horrible things.
Yo, my fault, y'all. I know, you know what I'm saying? I know this is like some green behavior. This is probably like some slow-ass behavior, but I need to understand it, like, well, at least every detail of what's being spoken about. What is a streaming bit? Yo, what is a streaming bit?
Sure thing. A streaming bit is basically just a tiny unit of data that's transmitted over the internet when you're streaming content.
No. I think you might be misleading me. As of late, bro. yeah. I need to update you. RIP my boy Waras at the same time.
Hi there, Sizway.
Yo, there's this term called a bit. It's used by the streamers, streaming community, streaming creators. What is a bit?
So a bit in the streaming world is basically a unit that represents a small token of support for a streamer. It's a way for viewers to show appreciation. Platforms like Twitch use bits as a kind of digital cheer, like a tiny virtual bit. So when someone sends bits to a streamer, they're...
No, man, I don't think that's what's being spoken. Because think about the context. This nigga thought it was a bit for a nigga to crash out in the bathroom. How's that a token of appreciation to it? Okay, my fault, man. I think I'm off.
And I was coming out of the bathroom, and I was like, yo, man, are you okay? Like, you good? And he looked at me like this, and his friend goes, "Oh man, he's just from New York." And then they both left.
Huh?
And I was like,
what does that mean?
Normally, it's none of my business, and I don't get shit.
Ilo denied that it was him, and it was assumed that the stock guy mistaken him for another one of Kai's friends.
Dez?
The obvious culprit was Dez, who has a reputation for saying outrageous things, and even said this on camera after the Diddy joke.
Kill my man, guys. I'm gonna play with their life.
That's a fact. That's a
really serious accusation. Other streamers like Silky and Your Rage speculated that the stock guy could have misinterpreted what Dez said. At the same time, they didn't want to seem dismissive of the situation either.
I know how to get misinterpreted, bro.
Nah, Dez too passionate.
I always leave room to spare because I don't want to sit here and jump on the shit. And the whole time you're wrong.
Eventually,
Dez too passionate.
Story. But unlike Your Rage and Silky, he did not give this conversation the level of sensitivity people felt it deserved.
I'm not gonna lie, this is the reply where he's like, yo, Dezzy, yeah, my boy, yo, my boy get the the most crashed, you know what I'm saying? The most crashed nigga in Kai squad. Yo, just 2 second cheer for that one. You know what I'm saying? But yo, and I'm only doing that because sometimes it's necessary. You need a passionate nigga in your corner, no cap.
Instead, he gave this incredibly tone-deaf response.
I never threatened to hit no.
Damn, they say tone deaf. Oh shit.
Nobody or women. I never said none of that. First of all, said toss her around.
None of that.
Toss. The only toss I know is when we in the street at the churches, we toss back at.
Boom.
My
nigga.
Toss that. I'm not tossing nobody. Especially a female. If I toss anybody, a female is gonna be in the bed. She'll get over.
Dog in there.
All I did was speak
dog
to my
in there. Come on, man.
It said she was sucking my meat with the teeth. Bad don't use teeth. They give out the sloppy top like the soft girl. You know how girl. You know how they give it up crazy. The bad, like the bad. You know the bags. They suck it up. No teeth. Everything smooth. You like that.
Ooh, this nigga.
She gave him teeth.
Oh my god, homie did the sound effect. That was a bad look. Don't do the sound effects. Nah, but you know, W dance, man. Come on. No, not the degeneracies, not W the degeneracies, but like how you stand for his man stuff. It's crazy. He even does the detailed examples and shit. Come on, man. That's what a defense, man.
Try again.
Dez's most valid point came later on in the stream.
And then it's like, why do you call
Talk
the
about
authorities if I made them heinous threats, like them crazy? Why do you call the authorities to remove me? I can't remove somebody else out there when they jump out there. When somebody jumped out there and if they did how they felt, why y'all removed them? Why did they get me removed?
So even if you took Dez aside, his remarks about Fan's teeth were quite whack. Added to that, he was now beefing with your Raid and Silky and spoke to Silky over
dog. Damn. Okay, nah. This nigga spoke his piece. I'm not gonna be defending him again. But he's like, it's not about Fan's teeth, bruh. It's about like the analogy of using teeth versus sucking it without teeth, bruh. And like, what's better, nigga? What's smoother, bruh? What? Use your imagination at that point. I'm not gonna lie.
For the phone.
We know each other. We mutuals are cool. When a nigga say, I didn't cut you off. Let me speak. I let you talk. If I'm answering morally, if I is speaking on a no, right?
Yeah.
So where we from?
Yeah.
They say SA all this. Why would you not let the speaking upon speak for yourself first? Then y'all respond.
And this wasn't the first time that Dez had embarrassed Kai. At the Mafiathon 3, when Kai was breaking streaming records, Dez said a slur beginning with F and ending with agate.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I know this nigga's degeneracies. His degeneracies is not excusable. You feel what I'm saying? All I'm saying is this nigga's like fiery, bro. Like, you need a little bit of fire. At least a little bit of fire. That's why, like, you can't go with Dez everywhere. And I feel, you know what? I feel like that might be the moral of the story. Okay, but before I get into that, let's see further.
And Kai immediately kicked him off the stream.
Look, yo, come on, get out.
Shit, I think I remember this.
Get out. Get the f out, gang.
Was this Mafia 3?
The way about Kai's friend group is the complete lack of filter, which some people love. And
nice.
If you look at what happened to Rakai at the streamer
what happened?
You'll start to see a pattern.
Let's see it. Let's see it now.
Rakai?
What happened?
Question.
What's that?
What's the coolest thing you've ever stolen?
A bouquet of flowers. A bouquet of flowers. Oh shit, my bad, my bad.
Another bad joke.
My bad.
Looked to be in pretty poor.
Yeah, I know y'all know it though.
Taste, you know.
Yeah, nah. Rakai, man. Rakai, dog. Hold on. Rakai, you, my friend, you deserve this one right here, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. Rakai, look. Rakai. Yeah, Rakai's like a. Oh my god. Rakai's like an annoying Jack Russell, bruh. I don't know if y'all know those dogs. Jack Russell. Hold on, let me try to bring up like maybe an image or something. Jack Russell, right? Jack Russell dog. You know what I'm saying? This is the most annoying dog, man. I'm sorry if you're a Jack Russell owner, nigga. Look, maybe yours is cool. Look, maybe yours is cool. Chill. This dog right here, I remember, bro. I was in high school, dog. Like, okay, and this is not the first time this dog is about to be on the type of degeneracy I'm about to explain, but I was in high school, bro. This teacher was a white teacher, right? There was a bunch of us black students. It was like bilingual, you know what I'm saying, type schooling setup. Yo, I swear to God, bro, like she would come with the dog to school. Number one, red flag number one is like, what? But you know, yeah, she was like, you could tell she comes from the apartheid times, right? If you know, apartheid times, do your homework if you don't know. I know a bunch of y'all, you know, my audience is not from where I'm from. Y'all from the West, so apartheid, look that up. You feel me? She's from that kind of time where it's like segregation, right? The black and white racial segregation politics, big political phenomenon that happened. You know what I'm saying? So she came up out of that. So now you could tell that from her having that energy, the dog has the same kind of energy, dog. You feel what I'm saying? Because now, once like the black students would like, you know, come up to her class because she was the teacher. She was an English teacher. So when we pull up there, it would go crazy barking on the black students, bruh. I didn't get, you know what I'm saying? But then with the white students, because there was also the white students would play with the nigga, man, brush the nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like throw the dog up and down and shit. It's like, but with us, nigga, it would like, I was like, nah, it's over, bro. This bitch ass Jack Russell. And look, man, that was actually the breaking point, because I've had like a whole lot of experiences where this dog would just like out of nothing, bro. It would just like be overhyped, overly sensitive, and that time you're just a stranger just walking down the road, and it's just barking at you, like going wild. I'm talking about, you know, digging a hole so that it can go through the fence, like have a way to just, you know, bypass the fence's boundary, just dig a hole, you know what I mean, under the fence, and it just come and just go wild. I was like, what? Now watch out, little buddy. I don't want to have to hurt you, like just cause you're too excited. This dog is probably too excited. Don't have no friends. Now it sees me. Now it's thinking I'm out here trying to play type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like this dog is mad annoying. So Rakai, bro, when it comes to you, dog, yeah, like your energy might resemble that kind of, you know, Jack Russell energy, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's not. A
grown white woman making fun of a 17.
It's good for little to nothing. Like, I don't know.
Black boy for stealing or accusing him of having stolen. So
Yep.
Cutie Cinderella was forced to clarify why this joker was not racist.
I just want to say that Rakai was banned for stealing. He was banned from Twitch for stealing something.
Whoa, yep.
And Twitch allowed him very nicely to come to the show. They were like, it's fine because technically it's against TOS or
Wait, is that Rage in the Cup?
whatever.
Shout out Rage.
I asked him what's the coolest thing he ever stole as a fun like clip to say, haven't you learned your lesson? Like, you can't say that. Like, don't get banned.
Fun
can't get banned
clip?
again. And then that was taken as racially charged. And I didn't ask that question because he's black. I asked that question because he got banned for stealing.
Rakai also went on stream and spoke about the Streamer Awards. First, he started throwing a tantrum because he didn't win Breakout Streamer
Of course.
of the Year.
He has to. It's Rakai.
Yesterday I was some.
He has to crash out on screen. It's Rakai, nigga.
Feel me? But nah, Chad, I wouldn't say this is rigged, but
The yeller.
you feel me, bro? It's just like, bro,
In what? Talk now.
it's rigged.
Of course, nigga, you gotta use the passion and the action and the just crash out on everything and the vandalism instead of using your words.
Then Rakai responded to what Cutie Cinderella
what?
said about him stealing. And just like
This nigga sucked his own head. Did you see that?
He gave an incredibly over-the-top and even disrespectful response to a bad joke.
You know what I was gonna say?
What?
I'll say, listen.
What?
It's the coolest you ever saw. That's what I was gonna say.
Beautiful.
Chat, law, he all gonna say that
Beautiful.
shit for everybody. But I had to just sit down and think.
Yep. You have to suck your bitch ass up sometimes, cause he knows he's too much for his own body. You gonna say it? Look. No, look. Like that's why I counted my words. I said he is good for little to nothing, right? Hey, the boy is entertaining, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll get you laughing. Like the nigga will just like suck himself out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, you know, that's at a point where, you know, he gets to like such a loss of words that, you know what I'm saying, it gets so hard to use his words. He has to literally act cartoonish, like Scooby-Doo-ish. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to put it. Facts.
I'm black, petite, to the known child.
And that's where we get to that black fatigue conversation. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say that. I was like, it's the coolest you ever fuck. Ugly.
Of course.
I was gonna say that.
Of course.
But
what?
I just calmed down, bro, and you know, and like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
see why
Facts.
she even said that.
Yeah.
Because whole time. Now I get it. Like, she said it because, you know, I got banned for giving that girl flowers. But she didn't really understand is that whole time. I had my assistant tell the lady that she never bought it. She put it back, but I wasn't on camera.
So you can see a pattern here where Kai's friends talk a certain way.
Where is
they're
it?
only getting pushback now because these comments are being directed towards high-profile streamers like Cutie
Oh,
Cinderella and
yeah.
Things
I
got to
see,
the
I
stage
see.
Where Kai's mother had to get involved and grounded him from streaming.
Yo, I saw this. I
Like,
saw
did you really
this.
tell that woman that? Are you losing your mind?
Well, like,
Hello, can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you. I'm saying.
Okay, so
Talk, nigga.
I'm saying.
Talk.
You know, I said that because she said what she said.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like words. When words always fail him, I feel like we can kind of tell like his upbringing at this point, right? I don't think they put enough what is this, attention, focus, energy on this man's intellectual development. You know what I mean? Because now it's like words fail him. Sometimes words are the only entertainment that you need at a certain point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like your wittiness, like being witty, being fast to knowing the words to use. But then now you must have come from a place of knowing how to use words. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes a motherfucker just like maybe, you know, de-escalate a situation that you could see could have went out of hand really easily. But they could de-escalate it just through the, you know, the words that they could, you know, use. And, you know what I'm saying? Make the situation be a joke. He was fast to making a quick little joke. Now everybody's like kind of de-escalating in terms of energy. Sometimes the intellectual development is mad important, bro. Like reading. Okay, personally, I don't fuck with reading anymore because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get all the kind of research. I got my boy Copilot right here. I got YouTube. I got online. Sometimes it's how you could use your brain to get to that kind of intellect. But I understand why people were emphasizing, yo, reading, nigga. Make reading a habit. You feel me? That's a constructive habit right there. Use words.
That is not how you hear yourself.
Because now you can't even explain some shit that you did to your own mother, nigga. This shit is online. You don't think this is some digital footprint that's already out there? Your mom seen this, dog. So make her understand. Now you tripping on your words. You can't even say shit to paint a proper picture. You're cooked.
That is not how you talk.
Go back home, Charlie. What are we talking about?
I raised you way better than that.
Damn.
So guess what?
Yeah.
You're coming home.
Your ass going home.
So Kai was now
You gotta
embarrassed by
dip.
2 of his friends at the Streamer Awards. However, there's a much more serious allegation
I
that
see
occurred
it,
at the
man.
Streamer Awards after party.
I understand Kai's disappearance again, nigga.
After the Streamer Awards, Jordan Pauline posted this video.
No, everything was innocent.
Yeah, then there's this.
And I don't care how drunk somebody is, you should never take advantage of them. My phone was stolen and broken. I had no way to get home, and I was assaulted.
Wait. Chat, my fault. Yo, chat, my fault. I know y'all ain't chat, but yo. I just can't wait till we get to that point. Yo, chat, my fault. Look. I was talking about a Jack Russell, dog. Right? She don't resemble. Wait. She don't resemble. Wait, I'm too fried? Nah, let me leave it alone. 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 Look, yo, let me hit y'all with this.
I'm tripping. I had to go back on it. I had to go back on it.
Yo, my fault.
You guys, by someone that you guys all love. I'm so tired of this streaming shit, and I'm done, bro.
She alleged SA and that the perpetrator recorded the incident.
He taped me. The reason why he stopped anyway is because I started boo-hoo crying, you guys. I was crying, and he taped me as I'm crying like this. He was like, why are you crying? I'm like, because like I didn't want to like, you know, and he's like, oh, well, I'm gonna talk to you again. I'm like, I don't care if you talk to me again. It doesn't matter if you talk to me again. It's the simple fact of like me not wanting to even go down that route.
She also shared the call log on her phone, which had multiple calls from Ty Lo.
And then I will say the name of who it was fully. I already showed y'all the call log. Chat, y'all already know. You already know who y'all can say it in the chat, but I'm not gonna say it out of my mouth because he's trying to blackmail me already.
This incident occurred at Ty Lo's hotel room, and this is the strange sequence of events that led up to this.
While she was there, Ty Lo had like...
Yo, my bad, yo. You know what I'm realizing? I'm realizing my OBS tripping, bro. Why I keep on bringing this sound effect, nigga? And you know what's crazy? I can't even hear, like, I cannot hear any of these sound effects back on my headsets. I swear to God, y'all been like hearing the sound effect. This one. You know what I'm saying? Wait. I gotta like click it off until it doesn't appear every time I switch on to that fucking scene, bro. Look at that. Yo, how do I fix this? So now every time I gotta just... Man, come on, bruh. Wait, let me remove this This nigga gonna drive me crazy. Let me remove it up out of here. Look at that. I'm getting rid of your ass, buddy. You fucking up. Bro, this happened last time, right? With a bunch of my, like, sound effects. Okay, look, now we right here. It's not going. Okay, I removed it from there. Okay, right there, it's not. Okay. Now, come through. Okay, there we go. Yo, why don't ever sound dead, nigga? Come on, like, please, like, man, come on. Let me just please like and subscribe the video and everything like that, so that we can get to a point where we can afford a sound deck. Please, ladies and gentlemen, I'm literally controlling this thing out of my my keyboard, my desktop keyboard, bro. Like, attaching that shit to hotkeys and everything. I mean, if you know, you know, bro. If you don't, do your homework. My fault. I had to just troubleshoot that shit right here, bro. I couldn't cut that video right here, dog. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Alright, let's go.
A little bit of time passes on by. She ends up leaving
Why?
with her friend, and by the time she gets home, she realizes that her phone is gone. Her friend's like, yo, you just go ahead and catch an Uber back to the party, and then have them call you like an Uber back home. So that's what she ends up doing. By the time she gets to the party, he fake acts like he lost the phone. They look around the party for like 30 minutes, and he goes on to say that his assistant has her phone, but it's at the hotel, and he tells her hop in the black truck, which she ends up doing. But when she's in his hotel room, he ends up being like, oh, the phone is in my pocket, and it's broken. Now, here's where the details get wonky, but she pretty much says that he forced himself onto her.
For real?
When she's there, he's like, oh no, I have to. And so they end up, no. And the very next day, he ends up hitting her up, blowing up her phone, talking about he want to hit it raw.
In the aftermath, old clips of Ty Lil began to resurface.
This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen, bro. This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen, bro. Look at this, y'all. No, bro.
See, this is different. This is different. Slow-mo. Here you go.
Is this nigga that horny? Look.
Relax.
Bless God for hello, yeah. Scene for blurring that bitch ass shit out. Bless God for hello, Yasin. Yo, this is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. So this nigga, he grinded back at this girl for, you know, because she was showing an example of, I don't know, whatever. And then she, like, out of nothing, unprovoked, unhinged, with his unhinged behavior, unprovoked nigga, just unprompted, just, like, started, like, thrusting against her. That's crazy, though. This is a bad. Yo, she was like, "This is your man's." That's crazy.
One of them read, "He made a speech saying toast to you know what happens when we get the ladies drunk." Something like that. I was like, "Oh my God, what is he? Did he?" And another which read, "My first time I went to the Clover House, the very
my shit tripping, y'all. My
was,
fault.
do you want to F? If you don't want to F, there's no reason for us to talk." He also refers to women they cast as groupies to their face,
I think
which
we
is highly
good.
disrespectful. People want to believe what they want because of how people portray themselves online, but I know how he is in real life. I pray you get the justice you deserve. But here we have the dangers of believing everything you read on the internet. For example, there was one tweet captioned, "Kai Cenat's best friend Ty Lil says he does not care about SA, Jordan, Pauline, and he's putting that past him," followed by this clip.
"Coming in here looking for any responses, looking for me to add on to any drama, please just
see a way out." Yeah, I remember this.
Please see a way out.
However, this was in reference.
It was the wrong one. It was this one was taken out of context.
The drama surrounding Rakai and Dez, and was before these allegations surfaced.
This was before the allegations, so this one was from a previous time. You feel me?
Ty Lil then posted a statement on Instagram saying, "I would like to make it clear that I have never SA'd anyone." But notice how he did not deny that they were ever intimate. So even if he is innocent of SA, Ty Lil has put himself in a situation where there is a disgruntled female with an axe to grind against him, and several other chicks who feel the same. There's definitely something admirable about Kai sharing his success with his friends and trying to put people on, but these are all young guys who have suddenly found themselves with a lot of power and fame. And Asmongold spoke on this incident and said,
"A lot of guys, you know, it's like this is a guy, like a lot of these things, like, you know, especially like music, it's young guys that get a lot of power and money, and a lot of young guys don't know how to handle that because they're assholes, they weren't raised right, or whatever else, and so they act like and they do horrible."
Yo, but at the same time, we cannot make excuses. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with the whole Rakai situation, I remember when Rakai was going through what he was going through, right? And people kept on saying, "No, he's young. No, he's young. He knows no better." It's like, yo, but at the same time, until when? To what end do people keep making excuses for bad behavior? You know what I'm saying? Yes, this might become off a little ignorant. That's why I want to present the point that I'm trying to make to y'all, ladies and gentlemen, and that's the balancing act, right? Yo, there are a whole... Imagine the number of people that were not raised right, that had fucked up histories within their family lineages, their histories of decisions they made and the choices they made, the friends that they picked for themselves and the situations that ended up, you know, befalling them and shit like that. And then they still just understand, like, yo, like, I don't have to be a hooligan about shit. I can be wild, but I'm not a hooligan. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, I feel like this needed to happen, you know, especially for Kai's friends. This does need to happen so that they learn these kind of lessons and be like, fuck, like, this was crazy at the same time. Because maybe in their heads at the moment when they were doing these things, it was normal until the feedback hits, until the reactions hit, like, damn, okay, fuck. They saying I was an animal here? Okay, fuck. Like, this is just how I was raised, right? Look, this is a real life example I'm painting. A nigga might just, you know, go through this shit and just be like, yo, this is how I was raised, though. I did not, in my eyes, that wasn't wrong. Like, what? This is how I show love to my people. This is how I defend them. What? Rakai, this is how I show entertainment. What? This is how, you know what I'm saying? This is how I cater to my audience. By doing this whiteface bullshit. Like, what? In my head, this is normal. This is how I came up. This is the kind of entertainment that was normalized around my environment. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But then now, as I said, the feedback comes back. And then they're like, man, this is fucked up, bro. Don't do this shit. Yes, we can make an exception out of that. I'm just talking about moving forward. Especially if it's not your first time. With Rakai, it's a different story. It's the first time I see niggas go through these kind of degeneracies. I'm talking about Dez. I'm talking about even Ray. I saw Ray's section. Ray's section is coming, by the way. Tylil, you feel what I'm saying? These other cats, like, it's the first time I kind of see them in these kind of situations. So if they are wise niggas, you know what I'm saying? They know not to repeat these things and know not to make excuses for these things. And therefore, as content creators, people who, you know, talk about these things, give POV on these things, don't be like, yo, yeah, it's because they come up from, you know, a crazy background, Like, we can point that out, but not point that out to cop please or make excuses. You feel what I'm saying? To be like, yo, yeah, nah, understand them there. No, maybe for other research purposes. Yeah, they came up from fucked up backgrounds. That's why they making it or whatever. And that time, that's a documentary. Yes, for those purposes. But to be like, yo, that's why they acting degenerate? No. But, again, I said balancing act, so that's why I'm trying to apply my balancing function right here. Is that okay? I don't want to say let's completely disregard niggas' backgrounds and no, don't disregard that, but let's not cop that plea, right? Especially from here on out, moving forward. Okay, we see what happened is what happened, and that's why these effects got Kai acting how he's acting, but like moving forward, we ain't trying to see this, and we ain't trying to hear these kind of excuses. I'm sorry.
Things. A much tamer example of this recently happened with Ray.
Yeah.
Kai took a normal Taiwanese kid under his wing and turned him into a streaming phenom.
That was a crazy transformation, though, for the record, I'm not gonna lie.
And now the power seems to have gotten his head, according to some people. Just take a look at what happened to him.
Did he even end up going to the military? I remember this nigga's story, this nigga Ray's story was that he was supposed to go to the military. How old is this guy? Hold on. At 18 or some shit like that. I think that's the thing in Korea. I think he's from Vietnam or Korea or some shit like that. My fault.
Hi there, Sid.
Yo, co-pilot, are you familiar with the streamer Ray Asian Boy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so how old is Ray Asian Boy?
So, Ray Asian is 20 years old, born on October 31st, 2005. Pretty neat how young he is and already making waves, huh?
Wasn't he supposed to go to the military there by the country that he's from?
Yeah, you got it. A lot of countries in East Asia, South Korea, for example.
South Korea. So did he end up going there? Did Ray Asian Boy end up going to the military?
Well, here's the scoop. Despite all the chats and speculations, Ray actually admitted that he never went through with the mandatory military service. He came clean on a live stream and basically said he didn't leave the house and spent most of that time just gaming and taking a mental break. So he was never actually enlisted in the end. Sort of a plot twist, huh? Anyway, what else is cooking on your mind?
Yeah, okay. So yeah, the transformation of what Kai had prepared for him out here was too enticing, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So he never went. So you know what I'm saying? With people like Ray, bro. Damn, like, okay, it was still a W transformation. You know what I'm saying? Bringing him this side so that he can, he can grow all this aura that he was desiring to grow. Because I feel like the military type aura from Korea is not, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't, you know, that appealing for the nigga.
Recently at this pet store. Ray wanted to stream inside and was told that he couldn't record in their store, but instead of just leaving, he started yelling at the staff.
Oh my God, this guy, 15 minutes. I tried 15 minutes to come here, and you tell me I cannot record.
And the woman at the store berated him for being so good.
Yo, this reminds me of Kai's mannerisms, bro. It's crazy. This reminds me of Kai and Rakai's mannerisms. Because it's crazy how, like, these boys' mannerisms just stick on one another, like, I don't know, like a contagious ass illness, bro.
I'm sorry, oh my God. Get out. Let me get a fish.
Let me get a fish. Let me get a fish. I'm sorry. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Like, what? I can't get a fish. I can't get a fish. No, it's like, that's like watching Kai all over again back in his vlog days. You know what I'm saying? Back in the vlog. That's when I knew Kai. That's like watching Kai back in the vlog days trying to do some shit in like, you know, in a Walmart or some shit like that. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Fish?
Okay, get a fish.
Like that, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Right.
Get a fish.
Despite saying sorry, Ray just walked to the store and kept the camera running.
Oh, I want the fish. I want no smoke.
I want no smoke. I just want the fish. I just want fish.
For what?
For what?
For what? I cannot get a fish.
Yo, chill out, bro.
What the dude?
Relax, nigga. Oh my God, bro. You gonna make me angry.
Bro.
Come on, bro. Chill, nigga.
I don't do no. Okay.
Whoa.
Record me, bro. I'm recording right here. Yo,
relax, Ray, dog.
I tried 15 minutes for this.
This obviously pales in comparison to the allegations facing Kai's other friends.
Just go to the other store next door, dog. What you gonna? We understand you drove 15 minutes for the fish, but come on, bro. You my boy, but I get it, bro. Like this is unnecessary, my boy. Man, and I understand at the same time, bro. My boy Ray, dog. He come from a country where it's like, yo, you know, starvation is real, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so. Yeah, he don't play about the hunger. I get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I understand on that. But it's like, yeah. This parasocial mindset. Because at the same time, I feel like, yeah, he's giving... He's telling himself, yo, I got to give this entertainment to my audience at the same time, right? Because he keeps on looking at chat and shit like
Shows
that. So.
What can happen when you become a famous streamer and have thousands of fans watching your every move.
Yeah.
The more worrying examples go back a few years. Ty Lil is not the only one of Kai's friends who have been accused of SA. And on New Year's Eve 2023, Kai should have learned the lesson of just switching up on all your day ones. On January 6, 2023, Jovi Pena posted a series of tweets. The first one got straight to the point.
It's crazy how... Nah, you know what? Fuck it. Moral of the story. Yo, it's crazy how... Yeah, now, where were we, ladies and gentlemen?
On January 1st, 2023, I was SA'd at a party by a complete stranger.
Oh, yeah, we still here.
I was invited to this party by someone I thought to be a friend. I asked for help, and it's not going anywhere, so I've decided to take it to social media. His name is Jugli Sak. She went on to say, I was invited by Kai Cenat. When I decided to leave, he told me I'd be safer upstairs since I was drunk and nobody would bother me. However, after I fell asleep, since I thought I was safe due to there being security and Kai's confirmation. However, I wasn't safe. Sak walked into the room where I was asleep and brutally SA'd me to the point where I bled. When I woke up to see him still on top of me, I called him out as an SA'er, and he told me that I was in his bed, and that's why he did what he did. I was in shock. I texted my friend, who invited, but I got no answer. The friend was in reference to Kai Cenat. And I was told by the SA'er that he left, which I found out later to be a lie. He told me we can just keep it a secret and pretend nothing happened, but I was already traumatized.
Yo, hold on. Let me just see my levels. My mic levels are... Yo, they looking weird. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Please tell me I could upload this. Don't tell me you know what I'm saying? Don't tell me I gotta scrape this whole recording off, bruh, just because the sound was janky. Fuck.
By then. Then she spoke about Kai's response to the situation. I described what the person looked like to my friend who had invited me, and he said he didn't know the person.
Why?
However, after digging for a day and a half, I found the person's Instagram and that they've been friends for years.
Crazy.
And in the aftermath, Kai was suspiciously quiet until he eventually dropped this video.
When this was brought to my attention, I didn't go nowhere else but the police. Instantly.
Smart.
I went to my legal team.
Smart.
I went to the police.
Smart.
I'm not being around. This is a serious topic. Let's go to the police. Let's figure this out.
That's it.
You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people was yo, you need, he didn't help you, this, that, and the third. Bro, I went to the police instantly. My legal team, the reason why I did not reply is because my legal team told me, Kai, do not text anyone. Do not do not talk about the situation to anybody. Keep it to yourself. That's why I'm so relieved that I got the green light today to talk about stuff.
Kai did not confirm or deny what happened, but said that he did not witness any odd behavior from him prior to the event.
I'm not defending him once again. I knew this guy for a very long time. We were on multiple trips. You feel what I'm saying? Never was. He's not that type of person. I'm not saying that happened. I'm not saying none of that. I'm not defending nobody because, bro, the way she was crying to me on that phone, bro, I'm here to help.
Essentially, Kai.
Yeah, yo, y'all can check out the rest of the video, right? Y'all can check out the rest of the video. Hello, you seen everybody? Yes, 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 yes. Ah, wait, nah. Straight like that, simple like that. Look at who I